Suze, you ready?
Yeah. Not too much of a close-up, because the wrinkles and the whiskers. Hi everyone, Carole the Moodivator here to present part 2 of the vintage video series. For those of you that may have missed part 1, you're going to have to look it up because I'm not going to do a recap. We have to move on. It's going to be more like a tutorial. I typically get 37 views on my videos, but because I got a few more, of course there were a number of comments, and I'd like to respond to some of those comments. A few people wanted to reach out and be my Facebook friend, but here's the deal on that. If you don't have a profile picture, you don't have a post, and you don't have a friend, you're not going to be my friend. Some of you commented on the bike. It was dilapidated, it was run down, it needs a tune-up, it needs an oil job. That's okay. So do many of us. Some of you asked about padding, if there was any padding for leakage in any of my workout outfits. In this case, yes, it looks like this. That should cover you for at least one sneeze. One gentleman merely wrote 4 letters, G-I-L-F. I had no clue what it meant. I had to look it up. I was appalled. I'm not even a grandmother yet. And some of you corrected me on the Thigh Master routine. You're absolutely right. I don't know how I could screw that up. Suzanne Summers was a vital role of my fitness regime in the 90s. And I remember the scenario perfectly. The 3 kids would be playing on the floor. I'd be lying on the bed like a queen, watching Oprah eating potato chips with the Thigh Master nestled gently between my thundering thighs. The only thing thundering about these thighs right now are the rolls and the clapping. And when I was finished, I caught a glimpse of myself in the mirror and I thought to myself, my goodness, I look like a fat. And then I remembered the empowering words of Susan Powder, stop the insanity. So I did, and I sent those kids to play downstairs. Now that's enough of responding to the comments. Let's get right into the demonstration for today. As you could tell by my outfit, I've got all the appropriate gear on, and I kept it fairly lean down here. You want to give the illusion of keeping the eyes up. Keep the focus here, hence the nice headband. I've got my 40 flat, D flat bra on, uniboob. It's for a reason. This is not the most comfortable wear for someone like me because prior to any exercise, there's a whole bunch of jigging that has to take place. And depending on the positioning can determine the difference between a fun workout and a not so fun one. And I'm pretty sure that when Jane Fonda uttered the words, feel the burn, she was not referring to this body part. Now, whenever I went to an aerobics class, typically the instructor would always have us do the leg raises, and I could never figure out the popularity of that exercise. And then I realized once I put on an outfit like this, when you wear an outfit like this, that is exactly what you are inclined to do. And for that reason, I typically like to go to the back of an exercise class because I know what the view is from the back. We look like this. So I nestle myself comfortably back there and try to follow the class. But inevitably, depending on the twisting of my body, I catch a glimpse of a skull-faced bitch staring back at me from that back wall mirror. And it really disappoints me when I discover it's my own reflection staring back at me. Now, the other idea of hanging back there is mistakes can be made. For example, the exercise I want to show you today, I call it the body roll because many of us are knotted up from our thymus into our guttural area, into our groin, love handles, and down our legs. In this case, I like to go into a very, very tight positioning because number one, it's really good for the elongated roll of the band, but also because of the tightness as you bend down. For us older women, if by chance there is slippage or squeakage, it's very easy to cover it up. So always be wary of the person from the back of the class clearing their throat because you know something has slipped and it wasn't a disc. I don't know about you, I'm exhausted. I need a drink. And I decided if I can't be an influencer, I'm going to be an under the influencer. You stay well.